Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. We only have a few days left of this FUT birthday promo in FC 26, and it feels like we need to relish it, enjoy it. All the content that we had, especially with evolutions, regular EVOs, and the best concept that EA has brought into this game in a long time, the bakery, is really making me feel like whatever comes after this FUT birthday promo might feel like a disappointment. And I'm hoping EA have got some tricks up their sleeve for the next promo, which we do have a couple of leaks for, which we're going to talk about today. Festival of Football Answer the Call is, I believe, the name of this promo. We're going to take a look at those leaks and look out for some more here soon, but I'm just a little worried that how fun this promo has been might have been a little bit too good, and maybe did EA go a little too far? We're going to talk about that with FUT Birthday ending today, but also today, content-wise, with FUT Birthday not being over quite yet, is an Upgrade Tuesday. That means two different types of upgrades that we're looking for today. First of all, we've got so many guaranteed FUT Birthday packs. Why not have one more? I'm expecting one more today. We'll talk about that. And the second type of upgrade we're hoping for today, well, should be getting, not hoping for, fantasy upgrades. We're talking 99 stats on players like Cancelo's SBC. That's a big one. And this Lewandowski. Other players getting +1s, 2 base playstyles added to cards, and maybe some prices going up. We're going to talk about that. And speaking of prices going up, FUT Birthday Team 2 is really starting to rise. It's looking a lot like Team 1. We're going to follow those prices and maybe still make some more investments. If you guys are excited for this video, drop a thumbs up on it, hype the video if you can, and subscribe if you are new. We're going to start with SBCs that dropped yesterday on Monday in FC 26, starting off with a player pick that really is a good one, guys. The 80+ player pick. It's a 1 of 4. We had the 1 of 3, 81+ for the last like 4 or 5 weeks, it seemed, for a long time. EA finally upgraded us to a 1 of 4. And guys, after doing probably 35 to 40 of these yesterday on stream, I can hands down say that it feels like the weight on these is much better than the 81 pluses. Look at that first pick right there, 88 Isak. I was getting a consistent amount, second pick of a FUT birthday there. I was getting a consistent amount of walkouts in the stream today, but overall, what I feel like I get more so out of these player picks is consistent 83s, 4s, and 5s. And in the other 81 plus picks, I feel like I so often just got 81s and a couple of 82s. But here I'm getting way more 84s and 5s, which is what we need on a usual basis for a crafting grind like this to get ourselves the guaranteed FUT birthday packs done, to get ourselves the 83x14s done every single day. Yeah, sure, you're going to hit some 81s and 2s and get some bad picks, but like if I'm packing 2 walkouts or 3 walkouts per set of 10 and then a couple of 84s and 5s along with that, I am very content. Now, this set started off great and is kind of slowing down here at the end, but I would highly recommend doing these, guys. Do your provisions upgrades every day. There we go, another 84. So, I mean, a FUT birthday and an Isak and then an 85 and 84 is not bad. The rest of that, I would have hoped for a couple more 84s. Solid set, though, with the walkouts. Absolutely get done as many provisions packs as you can each and every day. Get your daily golds done so that you can craft those player picks as much as you possibly can, right? Also, yesterday, we had another player pick, as we normally do on Mondays. We had the 79 plus 5 of 10, which is still there. I mean, it's decent to do. Turn in some of your extra golds into this as well. You can honestly skip those, to be fair, if you really just want to hammer out the 80 plus player picks that are 1 of 4. I wouldn't, hate that because the 80 plus picks seem to be super good. So those two were the new player picks dropped yesterday on Monday. Also yesterday, we had another 5-star baller EVO, exactly the same as the 5-star baller EVO that was dropped a week ago. It's max 88, gives 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. Very, very nice for any EVO that you're creating. Does have an expiration date of 20 days from now. So that's one thing to kind of mention. We had a FUT birthday challenge 4 yesterday for a jumbo premium gold pack untradeable. And we had Chaboom, and I had high hopes for this card, man, because I hoped he was cheap, because this would have been a very fun striker to use. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I think I won't be completing this SBC. First of all, the stats look decent. They're not crazy. We have EVOs with stats that are like this or even better. It's a little bit unique, though, that he has 90 physical with 92 pace shooting and 90 dribbling. Like, that's a pretty unique physical stat there for his card. He's got Enforcer, great playstyles apart from that. Like, this is a card that I look at and say, dang, I would like to complete this for the right price and try him out because I've heard he's very OP in game. And whenever I come up against his base icon EVO'd or his pre-order icon EVO'd as well, he's such a good card. But again, you go into this SBC and you see all the way down here at the bottom, 89 rated squads. If they would have taken off the two 89 rated squads at the bottom of this and just done the 88s and the 87s, maybe making this SBC like 200k cheaper, I would have been tempted to do it. 470,000 coins for Chaboom. The other problem that I was kind of starting to talk about this SBC would be the fact that R9 is in my team and in a lot of your guys' teams as well. And even some of the other strikers we've created through EVOs, feels like specifically for the striker position right now, there's not as much demand for new cards, or there's not as much need for new cards in the striker position because we have so many good EVOs and we have players like R9 in our squad. So that was the SBC content yesterday. Let's go to EVOs, where we had a center mid EVO. The one that was kind of leaked that we talked about in yesterday's video did drop. Max 88 center mid EVO with a couple of other requirements in there. Some pretty big overall boosts. We're talking plus 15s and 20s inside of here, plus 30 agility. But overall, it gives pinged pass and intercept plus, which is good. Some other good base playstyles. And it's nice to have max 88 EVOs for cards that we've been wanting to EVO. Like, this is a good EVO for making a box-to-box player. Like, I'm very tempted to put this on the GOAT Christian Eriksen here to give him a solid boost in those areas of his card, make his passing or his dribbling go up to 91 and give him that defense and physical boost for a box-to-box that I want to see. Sergio Busquets looks great here with pinged and the Tiki Taka plus. Pogba Scream card looks great as well. He's one of the unique cards that actually goes up to 90 dribbling through this EVO. And the one thing I like about this as well is that it only takes your card to 89 rated, which means you might be able to put somebody into this and then still put them into season pass EVOs that would be coming out, or claimable, I guess you could say, later on in the season pass. Now, it is 60,000 coins, so it's a bit of an investment. But as you can see here, for 60K, like, I'm not going to say this is a crazy EVO, but it's good. It's definitely good. It's creating some really nice cards, like the Shalhanoglu. Frankie de Jong's base gold card actually looks pretty good in this. The Tchouaméni, who's in Team of the Week right now, looks pretty solid as well. So this is one you could complete right away, or maybe try to chain in the future. But of course, guys, right, this Shalhanoglu yesterday, I think we were looking at him on the YouTube video. He was 48,000 coins. The EVO gets leaked. He goes all the way to 87K. Was max price at 85K. I don't know why it says 87, unless his price range was changed. He has a max of 85K right now, and now he's back down. Could this go back up a bit? It could. He is one of the most popular cards in this EVO, and he had a very good reputation of being overpowered in game earlier on this year. So that could be a card, of course, out of packs that rises back up a little bit. Other cards that fit the EVO that are up, like this Tchouaméni, I think could be good investments. I didn't realize this, but Tchouaméni was one of the cards that had a price range upgrade, but actually a downgrade, because he was not selling on the market at 50K since that was his minimum price on Monday yesterday. His price went all the way down to 38,000 coins. He fit the EVO, spiked up to 60K, but this is a card even now that's going to be, I'm going to say it, similar to Vieira in the aspect of it's going to be a card with center back, center mid, CDM positions with good stats across the board that a lot of people are going to want to EVO as a CDM, most likely. That's probably the best comparison to Vieira, right? Tall French CDM EVO. That's what the Tchouaméni is going to be. And since Team of the Week is leaving packs on Wednesday tomorrow, I would be at least interested if this card goes back to like 40,000 coins and maybe buying one or two as an investment for future EVOs and for chains that you could even create right now. Now, speaking of evolutions, that was not the only good EVO that we had yesterday. The best part of yesterday's content is absolutely the Gauntlet rewards. And I want to just go straight to it. The EVO that we got yesterday for scoring in 3 matches, I think that's the one, or maybe it's winning 4. Yeah, for scoring in 3 matches, you don't even have to win a game in the Gauntlet to get this. You get a very good objective EVO. It's called Fly Fishing. Max 88 overall, defending +4 up to 92. It gives the intercept base playstyle, then pace +3, intercept plus, and then anticipate base. This is phenomenal. Maybe it's on somebody who could fit into the new party in the middle EVO, which is the 60,000 coin center mid EVO that we just looked at for a card like Shalhanoglu. Maybe it's somebody who fits into that EVO before they go into it, that you give them an extra defensive boost and you give them the intercept plus right away if you want to do that, or it's just another center back, center mid card in your club that you want to give those playstyles to. Like this would again be really good for a Busquets. Like for an Evo chain, it does boost the overall +1, so that's one thing you do have to realize. I'm kind of saving that Busquets for a different Evo, and you'd probably want to put it on somebody who's going to get close to 90 pace and maybe even close to 92 defending on a card as well. So if you got a center back who's got 90 defending and 88 pace, this might be perfect for them, because you take them up to 90 pace and then 92 defending. Like that sort of situation is where I would be looking to use this Evo as well. But again, that's a fantastic free Evo from the Gauntlet, and the other rewards inside of the Gauntlet are incredible. Once again, I think these rewards are unmatched, especially for the time per rewards ratio. You've got the Grealish card in here who fits even the Birthday Bonito Evo that we got last Friday. He looks really, really good in that evolution. When you get this card, guys, I would 100% make sure, though, you put him through the FUT Birthday Bakery first. Give him the playstyle pluses you want and the base play styles that you want before trying to put him into other Evos that boost his stats. That way you get to create the card the way you want to before, you know, putting those other stat boosting Evos on it. But that's a solid card for Grealish, of course, right there, being evolvable. And the rest of the packs in here, another 5-star weak foot boost Evo, I believe it is. The rest of the packs in here are awesome, right? Win 6 games. You could legit get this Gauntlet done in 6 games total. If you score in 6, win 6, you can even complete the bonus win objective in just 6 games as well, which gives an 88 plus FUT birthday pick and some really, really good packs. So 100% must complete this over the next week. Again, I'll say it, the time per rewards ratio there with those rewards for how much you have to play is just unmatched. You play less games than Weekend League at minimum, right? Score in 12. At maximum, sorry, score in 12 separate matches. You get an 86/3. You get all those rewards. Incredible, incredible stuff. So what also is unmatched, though, is the premise of this promo, which is the FUT Birthday Bakery and being able to choose all the play styles from these cards to customize them how we want, right? The bakeries, the great Evos, as we've already said, and the insane amount of opportunities to get these FUT Birthday cards. It's kind of crazy, right? That the FUT Birthday cards from Team 1 have gone up so much on the market, and we've seen the prices of these cards rise so much, and Team 2 is looking like it's going to be the same way because we get so many chances to pack FUT Birthday cards. We've got like 6 different guaranteed FUT Birthday upgrade packs between Team 1 and Team 2 right now in the SBC section. Sure, it's harder to pack than 90 plus cards, that's for sure, but there's still so many upgrade packs in here, but that's part of the fun, right? There's ample opportunities to take these FUT Birthdays, build them how you want with playstyles, and that has made this FUT Birthday promo be one of the best that we have had this year, if not the best promo this year, and one of the coolest concepts of all time. I'm going to say it. And I find myself worrying as we have some of the first leaks and bits of news about what promo is coming next, that whatever comes next just won't live up to this. I don't even know if that's worth trying to compare. I don't think anything is going to live up to this right away. It's going to have to be, how does EA transition us out of this very unique FUT Birthday promo and still keep things interesting? Because now a lot of you guys have been saying this, and it feels, it's just that feeling that you get. We don't want this customizability of the cards to go away. We still want to log on every day and be like, yo, I want to customize the card to be exactly what I want it to be. And did EA just open up a kind of a dangerous box of worms here, if you will? Did they just open up this opportunity of giving us the full customizability of these cards with playstyles, which are, of course, almost more important than stats still? I'd say playstyles are still very much more important than stats in this game with the way those things are balanced in gameplay. Sure, EA's made some patches to change things up, but still, playstyles are 100% more overpowered than just stats, in my opinion. Did EA go too far with that to really maybe make us feel like the next promo we get and the next couple promos that we get are going to feel like a really big drop-off? I hope not, but that's on EA. That is on EA for this next promo of Festival Football Answer the Call to really deliver, to make something unique about it, right? Because going back to a quote-unquote normal promo seems a lot less exciting since we have had this. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. A lot of people have been saying, does EA just go to a game where we're actually able to customize all cards from here on out? And I highly doubt they're going to go for that, because that would, I don't know, that would feel like it'd be too good, and then, you know, there could be a whole lot of problems. We don't even know how that would look like. We'd really have to spend some time thinking about that. But I think they would probably not want to go for that right away. Not because they want to be anti-fun, but just because, like, I think that would end up making the game maybe a little bit less fun for us all over time. I think it might. We'd have to think about that. That's some really deep level stuff that we'd have to kind of digest and think through there, because we've never had this concept before and the ability to do this. But I digress. Whatever this Festival of Football Answer the Call promo is going to be, it's got to be unique. And we talk about this a lot, right? A lot of promos that are the big ones, like Team of the Year, Team of the Season, footies, even Foot Birthday and Black Friday, right? Those are some of the marquee promos every year. After we have those kind of mountaintop peak of content moments, whatever comes next is always going to under deliver in a way, because it's just not going to be quite the same. And that's probably going to happen here, but this does look like it could be a World Cup related promo, because again, the FOF, or Festival of Football, is in the name of this. And if you guys remember back to FIFA 23 or the older FIFAs where there was either a Euro competition or a World Cup happening in that game cycle, Festival of Football was always a name used to integrate one of those biggest stage tournaments, right? The World Cup, Euros, I think those were the main two competitions that EA would drop the Festival of Football promo for. So this one seems to be tied into it. We've already had Festival of Football captains from earlier in the year. What else are we going to have coming after this? Probably some more. Now, the timing makes sense, and even the name of the promo kind of makes sense as well. Answer the call. There's about to be call-ups happening, or there are right now. I think I saw a couple of tweets yesterday like this one for the Brazil squad, right? Call-ups for who's going to be playing in these national team games, the friendlies happening in, I think, the next weekend. Is this promo going to be somehow related to that, or is it just kind of focusing on the international squads? I don't know. What's the premise of this promo? Answering the call. Is there going to be some sort of call? Like again, what is this? And what's the car design? Because yesterday it was tweeted out that Alvarez is going to be a Festival of Football Answer the Call player, but then the three different leakers that all posted this posted three different car designs. So I don't think we know the official car design yet for this promo. And this is another side note. We were talking about this in the stream yesterday. I'm starting to get a little bit worried, just because I don't know if we're going to actually have anything related to the World Cup in this game. Talking about like the actual words World Cup, FIFA World Cup, because that would of course require the FIFA licensing. And since EAFC does not have that connection with FIFA anymore and other companies do, I wonder if EA is not going to have any World Cup licensing at all, and how much is that going to impact the experience of the biggest competition in this sport, in this game? Because for every other FIFA before this, we have had the FIFA World Cup branding. We've had the official licensing for that. And I think this time is not going to be officially licensed. I mean, they may not come out and announce that, but it'll be very obvious, even for this promo, as we start to see leaks and news pieces about it. If they don't say the World Cup and they say the pinnacle of national world football or something like that, then it's going to be an obvious trigger that, okay, they do not have even the World Cup rights. A lot of people thought they may go out and try to get the specific World Cup rights, but who knows? That's a thing that's not looking very promising, but we'll probably learn about that during this promo. So with this being seemingly a World Cup related promo or national team related, you know, you're thinking about teams and players that are going to play for their national team. We don't have a lot of leaks, as I mentioned right now. We will definitely be looking for more of those as we get into today, because the leakers have just started divulging news and information, and I bet there will be some more of that incoming. So watch out for the leaks, but I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts below on Foot Birthday. I've said it a couple of times. I think it's the best promo of the year. It's been so exciting, so engaging, so unique and different. It's been a breath of fresh air for the quality and the quantity of most of the content, but also just the fresh concept of the bakery has been such a blast, and I've absolutely loved it. Now, before we stop talking about Foot Birthday, we got to talk about the market, because you see my coin total, it's kind of low. And for some of you guys who wanted to invest in Foot Birthday cards, your coin totals are probably a little bit low as well. I had to open a couple of packs. What's a video right now without a couple of packs, right? Only just got a little bit of fodder, no Foot Birthday tunnels. But I'm taking a look at Foot Birthday Team 2, and I'm very glad now that we started talking about buying these cards even on Saturday, but specifically on Sunday and early on yesterday, because they are starting to rise. The McTominays that I bought on Sunday, he's 236,000 coins now. Bought him for 199K. It's looking really good. Look at Anthony. 460,000 coins all day yesterday. He was around 400K. But that was the price movement for these players. And now people are realizing, okay, these cards are not going to get packed as much as they go throughout the rest of this week. And it's probably time for them to start rising. Now, there's a lot more investors this time, right? All of these prices that are going up a whole lot more than we'd expect right away because of how Team 1 moved. But even with a lot more people investing, I still believe these prices will continue to go up. We just have to be a little worried about the overinvestment possibility here. That is going to be a worry, but the whole point of these cards is people are going to buy them and then put them into the EVOs. So unless EA continue to supply these cards, which will be the number one thing that we have to look for when it comes to these FUT birthday players in the next week, in the next couple of weeks, in theory, just like Team 1, Team 2 cards should keep going up as they get taken off the market and put into evolution. So if you're going to try to go buy a FUT birthday player, just get on the market, try to get on bids today, get on snipes, and look at the graphs and try to find somebody who's not up that much. And if you're somebody who's invested like me already in these FUT birthday cards, what I would tell you to do is not list your cards on the market or list them very, very high. If you buy Dominic Soboslai, I still think 190K is a decent price for him, by the way, because he's not up that much. If I can sit here, 190, I'm gonna stock a couple more because I have a couple of him right at 180. And I know he was in the 170s earlier on in the week, but that's a card that's only up 10K, and other cards are up way more than that. And that's a Liverpool midfielder that a lot of people want to EVO. I digress. If you invest in any of these cards, don't list them right away. Like, if I'm not going to list a Soboslai for 220 or 230 because I'm hoping that he goes higher than that. I don't want to list a card and maybe even start putting a card on the market where people would see options there. I want the card to be as rare as possible, and as people go and buy this card, like, I want the card to go up as much as it possibly can. And if my card's listed there, you know, it might inhibit that rise. So the least cards on the market, the better, to be honest, for these. So if you bought some of these like I have, look at my transfer list. I got Soboslai, I've got Ait Nuri, I got a Yilmaz, I got a Bellingham, and I've got my McTominays. I got a good slew of those. I've got one lazy listed right now for 100K over what he's like selling for on the market. Like, that's where I'd list these cards. I wouldn't list many of them up. I'm not going to. And if you are going to list them for lazies, list them very high because you don't want to sell yourself short. That was the number one thing I heard from people who bought Team 1 cards and FUT birthday is, Nate, I bought ASM at 490,000 coins and I sold him at 600K. Frick, he's 800K now, right? Yeah, just wait. Give it a couple of days, see what happens, and hopefully the card prices continue to run up so that it can be even bigger profits for you. So that's the investment that I'd still look into because I think there's still buys there, but you just got to be very careful, and how much those cards could potentially go up is unknown with how many investors there are this week. Now, other cards on the market I want to look at, especially after yesterday, price range updates. We mentioned this with Shuameni. There were other cards that weren't selling on the market, and there were cards that were extinct, that are still extinct, but they got price range updates. This company card yesterday went from 200,000 coins not selling all the way down to 111K. I picked one up. It looks like he may have finally hit the bottom because usually when a card gets a price range downgrade, when they're not selling at their minimum price, EA lowers that price and they do start to sell it. You have a few hours of like just mass supplies. Everybody who's been trying to sell this card that packed it over the weekend lists it down, down, down. And then when all those people who are like done just mass listing their card get their sales out, usually people start buying the card back up. Not investors, but just natural demand because there was a whole bunch of supply, brought the price too low, then the natural demand picks it back up. Hopefully with company, you're going to see that exact same thing happened with Crespel yesterday. And yesterday, in a moment on stream, I saw the price of this card at 15 to 16K. And I tweeted out, I was like, yo, guys, if you see this as 16K, buy one, put it in your club. He'll rise over time. An 88 rated 5-star striker with 2 good playstyle pluses. And good stats for EVOs, already fitting EVOs, that's a really cheap price, right? Well, he went from 16K all the way to 30,000 coins within a matter of 2 hours. And people are like, oh, Nate, you influenced the market. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But you buy one card, you put it on your transfer list. That's not going to make the whole market go up. But it's not in terms of a short-term investment here that we were looking at this. This was a long-term hold. I bought one Crespo. I got him on my transfer list as well. If you can find this card for like under 20K again in the next couple of days, I would do that because that's a card over time that I think would continue to go up for EVOs. Now, on the flip side, cards that got price ranges that went up, some of them are still extinct, like Jolinton, extinct at 250. If you still have him, hold. Why not? EA might update the price range in the next 6 days where the EVO that he fits in is still out. And Pfeiffer as well. She's out of packs. If you still have her card, you bought her at like 100K or 130 where she was extinct before, might as well hold because she could get another price range update, and these cards are not supplied right now at all. They're not in packs, and she's almost 200,000 coins again, which is her price max, so I think she would continue to keep going up. So that's the market right now in a nutshell. FUT birthday cards going up, and that's about the market in a nutshell. FUT birthday cards going up. Now, other cards that we got to watch today are fantasy cards because there are upgrades incoming. And if you haven't seen, some of the fantasy cards are up pretty big. Now, I invested in one of these Salma Paralluelos. She's getting a +1 and 2 base playstyles today, but probably the biggest upgrade today on Tuesday for these fantasy cards is going to be the Joao Cancelo. He has earned a 99 stat boost, but which stat will EA give him as a 99? Will it be pace, passing, or dribbling? I think it'll be one of those three, because what they do is they give the highest stat the boost to 99, like one of the highest stats. Like we saw in Alawayran, he had 97 pace. They gave him 99 pace because it was only a +2. So I think it's going to be one of those three. Are they going to give him 99 pace? Are they going to give him 99 passing? Probably, right? That would be my guess. If they gave him 99 dribbling, defending, or physicality, that'd be sick. Pace seems too good to be true. We'll see, though, right? That's the question mark for the stats here that are getting boosted to 99. Here's all the fantasy upgrades we're expecting today, all the players, at least, that are getting boost. Sterling's getting an upgrade there. Lewandowski and Salma Paralluelo again. Undab's getting a 99 stat. Hopefully he goes to shooting up to 99. If he's maybe already got shooting at 99, that's something I'm not sure about. I have to double check. But he's getting an upgrade today. Gyökeres is getting an upgrade. Arda Güler is getting an upgrade. My Mateo investment's finally getting an upgrade as well. So just watch these cards today. +1s, playstyles, and everything is on the line. And some of those cards could move up on the market. That's the thing to keep an eye on with these players. Others of them, again, it is a bit of a gamble, right? Because selling in the hype is not a bad idea if they do not get a good upgrade. Like, let's say Mateo gets two very poor playstyles. What's going to happen? She's probably going to drop, because that's why people are investing in this card, right? Is for the potential playstyles to be added and for a card to be made better. Actually, might buy that 204 right there because that's really cheap, and I think she's going to be 240 to 250 even later on today. So now I'm truly broke. But that's the thing to consider with these fantasy cards. Good upgrade in terms of playstyles means W price movements, bad upgrades. Like we saw with Semenyo earlier on this year, he didn't get good playstyle updates. He went down in price. That's the first part of content today that I'm looking forward to. Second part is an 89 plus guaranteed FUT birthday team number 2 pack. Last week on Tuesday, we had the 89 plus FUT birthday guaranteed team number 1 pack, which was a simple 85 and 86 rated SBC to get done for, again, a shot at some of the better cards in the team that are higher rated, right? 89 plus. The pack is not in the code as of right now, but I think last week, even on Tuesday, they added this 89 plus team 1 pack to the code a bit late. So I would have good expectations for that SBC to be dropped today. And along with that, we're still awaiting a couple more player SBCs. We got Kingsley Coman, Gonzalo Ramos, and Mitoma left over from the list of SBCs yet to be released in the next couple of days. Question marks on the Gonzalo Ramos and Mitoma. Are they going to be FUT birthday cards? Is Coman going to be a FUT birthday? We'll just have to see what happens with those there. So watch out for those leaks related to content today. And another daily evolution. Of course, guys, we know we're getting daily EVOs. Will it be another chain type of EVO, or will it be a good one? Probably will be leaked before content if it is a good one. So be on the look for that. We'll be talking about that today in the stream. And the last thing to mention is, it's kind of an interesting day if you've been keeping up with the daily login and the daily play. I believe today's daily play number 12. I missed a day. So the peak rewards and the group rewards may be obtainable today for the daily login and the daily play, which is an 85-3 for the login and then an 84/4. So that's a really good one. Be looking out for that. And last week on Tuesday, we had the UCL live event because there is Champions League today. There's nothing in the game right now related to that. And remember, that was called UCL Live Event 1. So I was hoping that maybe we'd have a UCL Live Event 2, but it's not looking like that is going to be likely today. Without making this video super long, let's open one more pack. Do I have a good one here? 81/10. That's probably the 83/3. Let's do the 81/10. Don't expect much from this, but these are season pass packs. I will say, season pass packs, objective packs in general, they just have that little bit of extra juice sometimes. We'll do the 83/3 as well. It's crazy with the premium pass that once you get level 3, you like automatically go to level 6. So I hit level 3 and then all of a sudden, like, boom, I'm level 6, almost to level 7 now. And that's really nice for moving up in the season pass. But I got to keep trucking along, get that SP up to unlock these EVOs as fast as I can, because the EVOs in here are cracked and I want to get them on my players as fast as possible. So we're going to watch the market very closely today. And of course, we'll be watching the new update to fantasy cards, and we'll see what other content EA release. We'll be covering it all in the stream today. If you want to be here around the content time or an hour before is when we're usually fired up on YouTube and on Twitch as well. All those links are down below in the description. Hope you guys have a happy Tuesday, and I will see you in the stream later today. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great day. Peace out.